there are two stages of spirituality. The basic, I would say, the common man's approach is, what is the benefit of spirituality? मुझे क्या फायदा मिलेगा? So, many people go to temples or do some, I would say, anushthan, or they take vratas for the fulfillment of a desire. Maybe exams में अच्छा mark आए, I get a job, I get married, I have children, whatever. But that is the first stage of spirituality, where you are doing some spiritual activities for a benefit. In fact, in many corporates, also we see that meditation is for profits. So you want to have meditation in your company, and the result is not a peaceful mind. A peaceful mind for more productivity leading to profits. So usually 90% of the people in the first stage consider spirituality as some beneficial activity. And that's why, if you read Hanuman Chalisa also, which is a very popular text, what is the benefit? Nasye rog hare sab pira japata nirantar Hanumat veer. So you are actually chanting Hanuman Chalisa for your disease to go away. And if you are a poor person, you don't have money, if you pray to God, you'll get money. And if you are very rich, you give money to keep the money. So finally, at the end of it, initial stage of spirituality is desire prompted. But I say, at least you believe in God, that God can fulfill your desires. But the second stage of spirituality is very interesting. It is not to have fulfillment of desires, but to finish your desires. And that's a very advanced state. In fact, I have seen so much success in my life, so much success. It's a problem. So I always tell people, you are talking about success. I'm talking about over successful person. Imagine writing 22 books, traveling 20 days a month, and not traveling as a tourist, okay? I'm traveling everywhere as a chief guest of the program. I stay in the best 5-star, 7-star hotels of the world. I train the best of the best, the politicians, the leaders, scientists. I'm in every university of the world. I'm India's #1 business author. I'm already a PhD gold medalist, academically brilliant, very successful. I'm very popular in colleges. In fact, whenever we go out as a family, the biggest problem is that everybody recognizes me. And my wife says, yaar, bahar aaye ho, kam se kam. I still remember a lot of people, are you Radhakrishnan Pillai? I was flying from Delhi back to Mumbai just yesterday night, day before yesterday night. Somebody sitting behind me saying, you look like Radhakrishnan Pillai. I said, I am.
ऐसा कभी हुआ है? You said, no, you have mistaken. I just look like this person.
I think I will start using that now. So the point is that for me now, spirituality is not about achievement. Now spirituality is saying, okay, can you be calm and quiet? And whatever little you have, consider this as God's grace and use it for the service of the people. Please understand, after a point, if you still want more and more and more, it is not good in spirituality. That's why we talk about, two words in our Indian culture, Bhagavad Gita, right? So Gita and the Ulta is Tyagi. So you have to start giving up. My problem is that even if I want to give up, it still comes back to me. You'd be surprised, at one point I decided I don't want to travel so much. I made a list of where not to travel. Can you believe I said no to 100 invitations, not 1 or 2. And you'll be surprised, the number of invitations increased to 500. So if God has chosen me for His work, I better look at it as a spiritual attitude towards my Guru. Because my teachers told me that whatever knowledge you have, use it for the service of others. So I think, spirituality for me is it is not about achievement outside, which I am, by grace of God, done. But at the same time, yes, are you quiet and calm? So at the same time, I'm happy if somebody recognizes me, but I'm equally happy if nobody recognizes me. Some celebrities I know, because I work with the film industry, sports industry, and some celebrities feel very bad. अरे इसने मुझे पहचाना नहीं, they did not come and take a selfie with me, because you may be popular, but there are still people who don't know you, and they feel very awkward. How come they don't recognize me? So if somebody comes and tells me, okay, let me click a selfie with you, I'm happy. If nobody recognizes me, I'm more happy. So I think the one word for me is what probably Bhagavad Gita also talks about. It's called Same Kritva. Be equal in all situations. Profit or loss, honor or dishonor, success or failure. I think you have to be equanimous. Just remember God and do it the way God has destined for you. That's spirituality for me.
That is so beautifully put with examples. I think it's the equanimity that is being taught in Vipassana as well. Wow. I understand what happens when people come and take your photo and then you say, "Arey matlo," and more are coming. So you have like a spring effect, which is actually going in the opposite direction for you. So in a way, it's great because you know what? A lot of people are able to learn from what you have. And just like rightly you mentioned, if you have something within you that is going to benefit other people, you are actually doing it. So thank you so much. अगर आप ये books नहीं लिखते तो मुझे भी पता नहीं होता कि what are the things like related to Chanakya. So coming to this point with respect to Chanakya and the books you have written, when people hear about Chanakya in general, without having any awareness or knowledge, a lot of people have negative annotation with Chanakya. Oh, is it about Chanakya? That means, manipulation, negative thing, etc., etc., etc. But there is a completely different picture altogether when you actually start studying and reading about it. So, what is it that people should know? People who don't know much about Chanakya, what is it that you would like to tell them when they are getting the books, or which is the first book that they should read to know more about it and how it is going to help them personally, professionally, everything?
So let me tell you what first is perception about Chanakya. So please understand, every person has got two shades, right? The black and the white. And let us not forget there is one more color in between called grey. So grey is also a color and there are many shades of grey. So I would say that every character across the globe, especially historical characters, can be discussed negative and positive, right? Now, when I studied Chanakya, the perception is that he's a very negative person, Kutaniti, cruel, manipulative, selfish. And if you look at the old photographs in the internet also, it's as if he's going to kill you, murder you. So the image of that particular person. But yes, everybody respected him. I said, okay, I don't want to judge Chanakya, let me study Chanakya. So I would say that a lot of things probably which many people may not agree. And let me tell you, there are certain things about Chanakya, even I don't agree. Because agreement or disagreement is personal. But I realized one thing, he was practical, he was spiritual, and more important, result oriented. And he was a great nationalist. And he's the one who made India the richest part of the world. When we hear, Sone ki Chidiya, India was the richest part of the world. Surprisingly, it is Chanakya who did it. Then I said, okay, here is a person who made my country the richest country in the world. And the best part is that the formula has been written down. It's not some, old days forgotten. And he wrote Arthashastra and Chanakya Niti, right? The books. After I studied it, I understood one very important thing. That this particular person actually is not even understood. Forget misunderstanding. And then I started looking at saying, okay, apart from being a political strategist, he created leaders. Chandragupta Maurya was an ordinary boy from a very low strata of the society. He made him a Samrat. Here is a person who was a social thinker, an economist, a leadership guru, and the same generation, Alexander came to attack India. And he defeated him. So a lot of things, and the best part is everything documented. If I do something, people may forget. So he documented it. I said and said, okay, a lot of things I may not like, but there are certain things I should not let go. And today there's a big narrative going around, even Mahatma Gandhi. And I feel very bad about it, Personally speaking, there are a lot of things about Mahatma Gandhi which I may not agree to. But let us not forget, if you look at that generation, he could unite people and, stand against the Britishers. No other country in the world has got A person on the currency note was not a prime minister or a president or a king. So think about it. Mahatma Gandhi has or had some of his weaknesses. I personally not agree, but remember, he was instrumental in getting freedom for India, which I think we should accept the fact also, in spite of disagreements. So coming back to Chanakya, I realized one thing: there are a lot of things that I can focus on, but the problem is that the perception management was a problem. So what I did is that I first studied and I started perceiving him, saying that okay, he is a person whose ideas still work today. For example, don't we think about money every time? Of course, it's a part of human society. But don't just think about money, but actually create wealth. So a lot of people say money is evil. Sorry, money by itself is neutral. What you use it for makes it evil or good, right? So you can use the same money for the upliftment of the society, or you can use the same money for negative activities. So I said, okay, let me understand those principles. So I wrote a book on that, Chanakya and the Art of Getting Rich.